Do you want to know where the price of Litecoin is heading in the coming days? If the answer is yes, then keep watching, because we're gonna dive into the charts of Litecoin, find all the answers, and enter the Cryptasic Park. If you are still here, it's appreciated and you will be given value. We're talking about this candle, the move that it's probably bugging you if you are a Litecoin holder, right? Yes, again we entered the downtrend, but it was well expected, I would say. Let me quickly explain. You can see this line of support that was going to the upside when you thought Litecoin was going to hit a new bull market. Well, you see, this is looking pretty, how would I put it, weak. And this is the result of it. We broke this upward sloping line of support and are now creating a new established downtrend. It's still not established, but we can assume that it will be in the coming days. And if you still believe in some other narrative than this one, then look at this pattern that Litecoin was forming all the way from that capitulation zone, paired with support, line of resistance, according to this touches, is forming what? Well, yes, that is correct. It's a rising wedge. And rising wedge by its nature are bearish signals. In fact, this break to the downside resulted exactly as it should by this school example. So what next? Stay with me now. This line that I just drew on the screen is Hamming moving average. It really doesn't matter. It's important that you believe what it represents. Here it represented a massive resistance, after which we had a capitulation. Here we didn't know how to interpret it, but in all of this area, 1, 2, 3, it was a valid support, right? So this was the chance of Litecoin to show its greatness by moving to the higher levels. That the price tried to do, but it was too weak to continue to the upside. Instead, we broke again below it, like all of this area, and are now making it a resistance. Ladies and gentlemen, Hamming moving average, as you can see on the screen, is now standing at $60. Remember that price, because it will give you a fair problem in the future. So what is this moving average of 21 days telling us? One simple line: Litecoin is bearish again. As long as we are below it, it will remain bearish. We need to have something like this, but this time no fake out, move above it with momentum and volume, and then have a possibility of a bull market. For now, it's not the case. This type of price action should not be taken lightly, but we must respect the trend and say that since we are going down, that it's more probable that we touch whereabouts of $48. Of course, on the extremes to the downside, we can talk about $42 that we touched in June. My assumption is, if Litecoin has some vigor in it and can do a move to those levels of about $60, $62, that it will be met with heavy resistance that will make it plunge to those $48, which, if we break, would be a retest of the infamous 42. But this scenario is saying that the rally of today's price have some strength to go to those levels of $62, which at this moment we don't know that it has. Maybe the reality is much more simpler, and it's looking something like this. At this point, possible scenarios are double bottoms, replicating of this one into this one. We will see. All you need to know for now is that Litecoin is bearish. You should expect lower prices until you see fit to act in the opposite way. Now I would recommend you to click here, because this is something you will want to watch.